Hello, hello. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Donna.
We're here sharing what we've learned as women, entrepreneurs, and moms.
All while rocking our curves with confidence.
It's a behind-the-scenes look at our lives and businesses.
And a chance to tell our younger selves, go do the things that scare you. I was married at 22, but took a lot of convincing for me on the kid front. Like it was,
Really?
I was 28 when I had Carter.
Did you feel like you did a lot of stuff in that? Like
I didn't want to have children. It was a me decision. I would
Really?
probably say not confident in my skills as a individual. And I had, trauma that I had dealt with and stuff like that, right? So it took a lot of convincing. And I remember Sean was traveling, and I remember sitting on the edge of the bed in our our first house in Windsor, and finding out I was pregnant.
What?
And I remember crying.
Girl.
Crying because I was so scared, thinking, can I do this? A little late for that decision, but that was a big one for me.
Sure it was.
And best thing ever. Like those two kiddos,
And meeting you as a mother, I would never have thought that. Ever have thought that. I thought you were probably the coolest mother I've ever met in my life.
I like to think so too.
Well, you are.
Don't ask the kids.
You are. You are. Like you still are the coolest mom. And I think that you have taught me a lot about being a mom. Like I know that even as my children have gotten older, I feel like our lives kind of, is it parallel, the proper word? Like I feel like you've gone through things prior to me, and you're an easy person to just run things by. Like I think
everybody needs that, right?
Yeah.
You need that sounding board. You need to
no judgment.
feel like you're not going insane.
Yeah. And you've always been there, like through everything. So for me, it's like, this is what I'm going through now. And you're like, Melissa. And then I'm like, Melissa. You're just like,
and it's the same, right? It's back and forth. It's not just one way. It is always.
Well, you say that, and I did not know that you had questions about being a mother, because my plan to be a mother wasn't until I was like 35. And I say that to the kids, and I'm honest with them about it. I said, I wasn't really planning on having you at 22. I wanted to where
I tell the kids, Dad got me drunk, and there you are. Thanks, Mom.
Well, the reality of my story is, I did go away for a weekend and I came home pregnant 4 weeks later. And I was like, holy shit. And I remember I didn't have my period, and I was at Sobeys, and I'm like, I'm just going to buy a pregnancy test for the hell of it. And I bought it, and I came home, and I remember doing it, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God. No. And then I went to Shoppers. I bought another one. And then I went to the other one. I bought another one. And I was like 3 or 4 of them. And I was standing in my kitchen crying, and Paul didn't even know. Standing in my kitchen crying, and we had a really good friend staying with us, and he walked in the door, and I was just standing there, and he goes, "What's the matter?" And I'm like, "I'm pregnant." And Paul doesn't even know. I'm like, "What the heck?" And I remember.
It's such a huge change.
It is. It is.
It's a big change.
And then when they come, it's an even bigger change, right? Like you're just like, wow. But it's an amazing change.
It is an amazing change.
And I wouldn't change it for the world.
No,
having
either.
my kids younger, I wouldn't change that. I love that they're 22 and 20 now, and it's going to be 20 in a couple of weeks. But I love that. I love our relationship. I love being able to talk to them like I talk to my friends. I feel, I don't know, maybe you're not supposed to, but I do. I'm very open. I'm very honest. We're very open parents. We're very honest about a lot of things. We talk about things. We explain our businesses. We explain the ups and downs of businesses. This is real. What we're going through.
Keep
this is
real.
This is the reality. So for me,
Kick their
I
ass
love it.
when we need to.
Yeah, and you can tell them.
Hug them when we need to.
Tell them where to go when you want
That's
to.
the nice thing. Yeah, it's great when they become adults that you
right. It's a great next chapter. I love it.
Once you make it through those teenager years.
Yeah, and having I know you have
101.
Yeah, and
your 2 boys.
2 boys. So I don't know. It just is what it is.
It is.
And I'm very thankful, not realizing how close my boys are. I feel I didn't know that. Lucas needed help with something one day, and he didn't know how to talk to Paul and I about it. And I remember like him finally talking to us about it. And I said, have you talked to Nate? And he's like, yeah, I've been talking to Nate for weeks about it. I'm like, what? You talk to Nate? And he's like, all the time. And I didn't realize like they text continually and they communicate. Like it seems so weird that I don't know that.
With their thumbs.
They do, but I just didn't know they were that close.
Which is awesome.
Which is so awesome. And I always tell them, you will always have your brother in your corner, or your sister, whoever in your corner. But for them, you'll always have your brother. I said, we may not be around. I said, but that's who you need, family. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't change it, but
no, I wouldn't change
it was hard, man. It was so hard. It was so hard. Not knowing, I think going into it so young and not realizing the financial burden before you had kids, especially owning a house, right? Like, I don't know if you experienced that. Let's go buy a house. Let's go buy a house. And then you're like, oh.
Well, and then you're like staying home with the kids. Yeah. So you're one income. I mean, he had a good income. So I was very fortunate to be able to stay home with the kids. And I'm very grateful for that. That lasted 2 months. And then I was like, I need to find something to do because these children may not survive.
Did you go back to work when you were in Sarnia, like right away? Or did you come?
Well, I had the kids in Windsor. They were both born in Windsor. So I went to work like as soon as mat leave wasn't as long as it is now. No, it wasn't a year.
Probably 8 months.
I think it may have been 8 or 9 months then.
That's what mine was. Oh, no. Mine was 12 months. Mine was a year. But Paul took them. I didn't take any of it.
Which is great, right? Like, we're so lucky to be in a generation where men step up.
And have partners that actually support. Yeah. Right?
And aren't guilted into being able to do that. Yeah. Because there's a whole, we're not going backwards. We're looking forwards. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. It was nice.
Like, and that's very much about what we're doing here today, right? Yeah. Like, we are very much about moving forward as women, not going back to the 1930s. Yeah. And keeping it positive.
Yeah. And I think having that support in all facets of what we've done has been great.
Yes.
And I think that, like, you got married young.
Yep.
When did you get married? You said 19?
No, we were 22.
22 got married. So were you with Sean for a while before you
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. We got married on a Monday because it was our 5-year anniversary. I'm sure the whole world thought I was pregnant, but I was not.
No.
But it was a nice small ceremony at the church, and we had just an intimate gathering, some family and friends on the Monday. And then we went off to the cottage. My parents have a cottage, and that was our honeymoon because that was what we could afford. Yeah. And we had to work. And so we went away, and then we came back, and Sean's parents owned a water park. So we went and had our Duke d'Orleans cruise because that was where we started dating, was on the Duke d'Orleans graduation night. It was our grad party. And so we had a Duke d'Orleans boat cruise and dance, and then we went out to the water park and had a pig roast and a party, and it was like the best way to do it. So on the Saturday, I wore my pink high tops with my wedding dress.
Have you always felt that support from Sean, like since you dated?
Yeah. Sean has been, I always used to joke that God was like, my God, this girl's a mess. She needs a really strong support system, and sent me Sean.
That's nice. He's such a good guy.
He is a good guy.
It's, I've known Paul since I was 14. Been with him for, feels like, since yesterday. But I was talking to someone the other day, and they're like, how long you been married? I have to really think about that.
I do, too. I'm
always like the dating anniversary.
How many years is it now?
I always remember dating. Like, I'm like 1994. That's when we started, like, hanging out.
I don't remember anything.
But we've been together, I think, 31 years this year. And it just feels like the other day. But even dating, Paul's always been super supportive. Like, I want to go to school. Yeah, no problem. I want to change my job. No problem. I want to get my real estate license. No problem. I want to leave real estate. No problem. I want to start. No problem. Yeah, like, always the support. And the unwavering love for who you are.
No matter your size.
Yeah. That's Paul. And I've always been up and down in weight and fought it. And even if I've wanted to like work out and lose weight, Paul's like, sure, no problem. And if I've gained weight, Paul's like, yeah, whatever. I don't notice it. And I find, looking back as I get older, I realize that he's really, truly been there through everything. Yeah. And he's really, truly loved me. When you're younger and you're dating, you're like, okay, whatever. He likes somebody else, right? And you don't look like that person. But
It's funny. I feel bad for Sean because I had one skinny year in my life. I've been a chubby kid the whole gamut. Always, there were times when I used to sleep with a brick on my belly to try and get skinny. Like it's my lifelong thing. A brick. Yep. I wrapped it in foil.
I've never even heard of that.
I know. I have no idea where it came from, but yeah, I did. And then for some reason in grade 12, hormones changed and I got skinny. So I go from being a chubby girl my whole life to everyone saying, "Are you anorexic, Donna?" I'm like, for God's sakes, I get one time here. But I remember specifically because his parents owned a water park. So he was out at the water park 24/7 working. Cool, and he wore a white polo shirt that had splashdown on it. He had navy, Bermuda style shorts, and they were kind of snug, and he had white high top shoes. Like I can picture it. And he had very straight hair, and he wanted it long, so his dad made him get it permed.
Sean had long hair?
He had long hair, and it was permed because he had very straight hair. And he would run it, he worked so hard. He was there at 7 a.m. Awesome. He'd get home at 9 p.m, and he'd come see me, and it was he was the sweetest guy. But I remember being there with a bunch of friends. We were in the putt-putt area, and I was in a turquoise and black polka dotted bikini. And
I've never been in a bikini.
These pink paisley boxer shorts that were shorts at the time. And I remember playing mini golf and working my magic with Sean. And that was kind of that was the start of it. But he roped him in on a skinny year, and then poof, everything changed. But never, ever, ever has he ever made me feel bad for.
That's like Paul.
Yeah.
Paul's
which is so
amazing.
It is amazing, and it takes away a lot of the pain of it.
Yeah. Having someone there the whole time through everything.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. I've never been, I'm tall. I'm 5'9". I've never been short. I've just been this height since grade 6. It was you're playing center or you're playing volleyball in grade 6 because you're this height. And yeah, I've never really, but I also think we came more from a generation that really emphasized tininess.
Yes.
When I look back, I watch
everywhere, right?
Yeah.
All the magazines, all the TV commercials, everything.
Everything.
There wasn't people of our stature out there.
Which is really nice now when you actually go through social media or you go through whatever you're looking at. There's a lot of representation. There's a lot more representation.
Which is Wish She's Got Legs, something that I'm very passionate about, right? Because we had trouble finding sizes of the same outfit that fit multiple size bodies, and that it's important, right?
Yes, it is.
Makes you feel like you're not different.
Makes you feel like you can wear it.
Yes. Yeah.
I can wear that. You like an outfit and then it doesn't look it doesn't, you can't find any of that. But at least with She's Got Legs, you're look it, that person looks like me. I can wear that. Mm-hmm. And that's really important. I think it is one of the most important things, the representation that everyone is represented in this world, not, whatever size you are, because people struggle with being smaller stature too, right? In a different manner. They have
trouble finding clothes as well.
And you don't think those people struggle, but they struggle in a different way. Yeah. I follow a young woman on Instagram, and she has a huge following, and she's a model. And she's tiny, and the amount of negativity she gets because of her size and the sadness that she portrays, and you're like, really? Really?
Yeah.
No one can do anything today without having a comment about it. And I think,
I often say God should have made us all blind.
Yeah, maybe.
And we wouldn't all be so judgmental.
Yeah, that's where that show Love is Blind is good.
I don't know that show.
Oh, no. Netflix. Reality queen here. I love the reality. I know.
I'm not a reality.
I know. You just said you were reading a book, and then I'm like, well, the newest Housewives I watched was Housewives of Orange County last week, and not read a book. So, yeah, it
was a good book.
Oh, I imagine it was, but I don't read. That's the truth. I don't read unless it's very so much interest to me, real estate and
Hannah's War.
That's what you said.
Yep, it was good.
I don't know. But for me, it's all reality TV. I think the reality TV part of it gets me out of my own reality. That's why I watch it.
That's the
because I'm like,
things to take away. Yeah.
there's really that kind
That's
of.
the explosion of social media, right? You're like, hey.
Yeah, but social media, I think, like, I try to follow a lot of people that, like, I see representation in. You know,
Yes.
I follow a facet of people. I follow them for different reasons. I follow them because I like art, or because I like their creative aspect, or what they say, or what they look like. I follow many different people for many reasons. So for
Doing crafts.
Yeah.
I love crafts, painting.
I know. You're the one that told me to put my jewelry on TikTok.
Yes.
And, you know, I have done it, but I haven't gone back to doing it. But I will go back to doing it. I feel like the last probably month has been a little crazy.
I just saw you make some silver clay charms. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Super fun.
Brag about it.
Brag
This is a small plug here. Brag about it, jewelry.
Thank you for joining us today at the Nucking Futz podcast.
If you like this podcast, please share by liking and subscribing. Feel free to leave any comments and reach us at hello@thenuckingfutz.com.
Just a reminder, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling, know that you are not alone. Please reach out for professional help.
You can join our newsletter at thenuckingfutz.com to follow our journey. Looking for Donna at work? You can find her great leggings and leisure wear as well at She's Got Legs.
Looking for me, Melissa Hull? You can reach me at Brag About It Jewelry, or I am Melissa Hull for real estate.